What's up, everyone? We should be live. I know I'm early. Let me go back. How do I get back to here? There we go. Let's close this. Actually, let me check something really quick. My glasses were somewhere. How's everyone doing? Same, but this one feels better. There we go. We'll go back to here. How's everyone doing? I know I'm a little early. If the music's loud, let me know. I think I need to turn it down. How's that? The music should be more of like a background sound thing. Adro, what's up, dude? Can't wait. You're one of the first ones to message. Yeah, this was like over an hour ago, so appreciate you being here, Adro, if you're still here. Delco, dude, looking forward to it. I figured I would put on a stream because no one else is streaming, right? Plus, it's been a while. We need to do some market talk. Slider says, let's go. California Comics, I've been seeing you around in like different chats and in like the Veve market and stuff. I've seen your name kind of pop up a lot too, so kind of curious how you guys were doing on the last couple drops. I was going to kind of review what I did the last couple drops. I got pretty lucky on a couple of them, but yeah, this is when I realized I thought I was starting 13 minutes ago, but then I saw that I had the stream start for not another like 15 minutes or something like that, so figured I would just start early. Pasternak, what's up? Vibes, nicely done. Adrian, what's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, a lot of old names. I do need to stream more consistently. I've just been getting so tired and bogged down with work, but I'm glad I can find some time this weekend to hang out with you guys. So did anyone go for the Maserati drop? I passed on it. 40 gems seemed a bit steep, and I think from what I saw, there was like a 0.5% chance or something like that, less than that. Because there's 50 editions of the common, and yeah, there's almost 2,000 editions of the normal common. Or no, is this looking at the special edition? No, okay, it's part of the total editions. Okay. Yeah, this is 2,000. I don't know. That's less than 0.5%, right? Or no, that's not that much. It's like 2%. I'm fudging the math on that. It's a 5% chance. So yeah, just didn't want to go for it. 40 gems is also pretty steep too. There's a lot of good stuff you can get on the market for 40 gems or even less. That's what we're gonna look at. Have you guys had any experience using Stacker so far? Stacker's gone over like a lot of big changes recently, so which is good to see. The only thing I'm kind of stuck with is I'm still not sure how to change this to gems. I've asked like a few people. Is this website? Is it not zooming in and out? All right, there it goes. It's just lagging. Is there a way to change this to gems instead of this like owe me dollar amount stacker floor? Does anyone know how to get that to change? Because I really want to just see like the gem floors and not so much the. I guess in a way they're kind of one and the same, but Sports Rapids, yeah, we'll have to mess with Stacker later. So you see the Superstars video. If we can prove that Veve has NFTs, I think that would make prices go crazy. NFT, I think, has legitimacy. Otherwise, we are all alone in whatever these digital collectibles are. Right, yeah, so it was kind of the yeah, it's one of those things. I did watch the video. The Superstar guys have been doing freaking great job, you know, posting videos like I think it's every day for 3 years. I think they just had their 3-year anniversary like not too long ago of just posting videos. So like, you know, huge props to them for, you know, actually being consistent. Yeah, I watched their video, and Ben Rose, yeah, I heard his comments about it and stuff. So it's one of those things where it almost seems like people tied what's it called, like self-custody to NFT. So people thought like NFTs had to be self-custody, but I don't know, it could be one of those things where like, as you know, things move on, definitions of things become, you know, more loose, certain definitions become like more strict. You know, is first on the blockchain that big of a deal? Is it any blockchain, right? You know, there's a lot of things that like us, and these are probably things we're probably going to figure out like in the next like 2 years, right? Because big bull market's probably going to come for crypto and like the general economy at large, and people are going to want to find things to invest in once things like pull back, or if NFTs become like a big narrative. People are going to, you know, pick pretty quick, like, you know, where am I going to go? Now with projects, you know, going out, like what happened with Quid, what happened with oh my gosh, what's the other platform that just went out recently? But yeah, it's like, I mean, it's also kind of got to the point where like, all right, what projects are left to invest in, at least NFT wise? I mean, there's a bajillion like crypto projects, right? But there's not a whole lot of like NFT ones like now compared to like how many new ones were like coming out back then. But I do think they're making a bit of a comeback. So it's one of those things we might just not appeal to the people that self-custody is the most important thing, right? I don't think we need to appeal to all people, right? All digital collectors out there in the world. It's just like, you know, if you want I mean, there's risk that comes with self-custody, right? Your wallet gets drained, it gets lost, you forget it, that platform you're on gets shut down. Like, a lot of things can happen. But on Veve, definitely security and all that stuff is at the top. So, you know, we'll see. I kind of hope that like answers your question. I don't think, and who are trying to convince, right? There's still a lot of people that just don't know what Veve is. Like that's the biggest issue with Veve is its obscurity. Like not enough people know about Veve. It's not the fact that like, is it self-custodied or not, or this or that. It's like, no, we just need more people to know what Veve is, and we'll let them determine, you know, if it's NFT or not. Happy to see you here, Vibes. Thanks, Sven. Cleaning all day in my toolboxes to sort everything out, and my wife wants it cleaned up. That makes sense. Yeah, I did that like last week or 2 weeks ago. I just did like just a ton of cleaning around like my apartment and my own like personal things. Even on Veve, that was another thing I was going to talk about. I have been selling some stuff like more than usual. Occasionally, like while I'm on Veve, I've still been active on Veve. Like, even though I haven't been like actively making content, I've still been on Veve. I've still been buying, you know, the drops. Here's the Thumper stuff. I sold I actually landed Thumper on the drop. Sold him. I got some Saber Toots that I need to sell eventually. You know, like the Assassin's Creed. Like, I still been playing the drop. Same thing with the same thing with like the comics too. I'm gonna go back all that there. Okay. Same thing with the comics too. I actually landed the Prowler secret rare on the drop, as well as the ultra rare. Right now I'm just like gem poor. I just really want gems. I do think prices are going to go up, and I, you know, want to buy the things that I want before things could be taken off like later this year. You know, no one knows. In addition to that, you know, if I do have a lot of gems, there's a small chance I might cash out a bit and like put more in crypto. I don't know. I haven't really made that determination yet, but my whole thing is, I was kind of getting to the point where I know there's some people with more comics, but when I get to this comic section, I'm just like, I click show more and I'm just scrolling down and down, you know, and down. Like, it just goes on and on and on and on. And I would say most of these comics, I remembered why I bought them, why I kept them, all those things. But part of me does want to narrow this down a little bit, you know, kind of, as Sven says, kind of clean it out, trim some fat off, kind of like narrow it down, right? Because, you know, as things go up, you know, things go up and things go down, right? Just like the Veve market did 2 years ago. You got a common, a rare, and an ultra rare on the market. Did cost me about $9. Oh, you took a common, rare, and ultra rare on the market. I will say I really like the ultra rare art on the Prowler one. I was this is the one I'm actually contemplating keeping. I don't know what it is, but I just really like this art style. Probably, is this like a Baldari cover? Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, I just noticed. I'm like, I like this art, but I'm like, oh yeah, that's because it's Nicoletta. That's why. I love her art. For the set, nice. Let's see. Or are you talking about something else? Like the Maserati drop? I think you were talking about the Maserati drop. I like all three too. It's just a little bit much for me, and I'm not like a huge car person. I would kind of rather get more of like the cars from like movies, like the Ecto one and stuff like that. I mean, I do like a good Maserati or a good whatever, but you clean on Veve? No, no, no. I've pushed you to do no. If my wants me to clean, that I clean my wife. No Veve cleaning here. Yeah, this is just for me personally now, and I don't have a wife or anything like that, so just a single Pringle. Pasternak says, picked up a legendary Todd over on McFarlane Digital just to cover my bases. The Veve collectibles are not NFTs. The McFarlane has a bunch of FAs. Yeah, I mean that's a good play too. It just, even if Veve does work out right, just having I do think not investing, but collecting in multiple projects is always good. Not just for that reason, but you just never know, right? Just kind of like what Pasternak said. So I don't think I have anything on McFarlane. It's not so much I had like a bad experience with McFarlane, but it's just I remember buying stuff on there, and then I was stupid and I clicked a link and I got my wallet drained like a year ago. Luckily it wasn't like a ton of money. I think it was like a year and a half ago at this point. And since then I just never went back to McFarlane. Like nothing against the project or anything like that, but I'm kind of just mostly focusing on Veve and like a little bit on DC, so, and crypto of course. Snagged the Prowler mint 1961, 1962, 1963 in the market. Dude, that's awesome. Because what year did that comic come out? Should say here, right? 63. Nice. Yeah, and all the years leading up to it. That's awesome. Yeah, and that's another thing too. There are a lot of mint collectors on Veve. I know California Comics is one of them for sure, but there's a lot of mint collectors on Veve. I made a post actually a few weeks ago trying to sell some mint numbers. Which was I trying to sell again? Let me see if I can find them. Oh yeah, this post too. I this post that I made. Sorry, I'm like all over the place. This is my first stream back, so just bear with me. I mostly just posted this just to get some discussions going, which there was actually. There's actually quite a few people that replied to this. Maybe there's a couple comments I didn't see. It's comical that Noir isn't on this list, and we know why. Them whales didn't get lucky, and we're not able to stack them for cheap, nor outpace 90% of the items on this list. Yeah, this is more of a, and this is interesting, right? Like some people think that just because it's scarce or it's a high value, like must be a grail. Could be, I don't know, but I think even just the term grail is something we're still all trying to kind of figure out, right? But I do think the grails will obviously separate themselves from all the kind of like mid to like lower tier, arguably quote unquote, like NFTs. 1969, want to say comics and crypto nailed their bounty. Nice. Yeah, dude, they've been putting out some hefty bounties on a few of them. See, oh yeah, these were the mint numbers I was trying to sell. So, okay, I remember this. Yeah, 777 Gambit, FA common comic. A first public mint, Sentinel rare. And then this like 666 Iron Man that I have. Actually, I need to move him. He's in the wrong corner, but yeah. But what's the other thing I was trying to show you guys? Oh well, I thought I posted it on here. Oh well, maybe it was older than that, or further back than that. Hinano, what's up, dude? Dude, I'm just kicking it with everyone in chat here. Ryan Coral says, good to see you again. Nice to see you too. Nice to see you See you there. So one thing I'm still trying to figure out, I'm still trying to figure out, to be honest, how to use Stacker a little bit, because I know they've like revamped the website a few times. How do I see just like the top earners that, you know, one day, like how do I see that stuff again? Or is Stacker changed to be more of like a crypto purchasing platform, and now they're not really following like VV floors anymore, like gem floors? D says vibes. We vibing. Yep. Happy weekend, man. Good to see you. Yeah, it's good to see you guys too. Yeah. Glad you guys had fun in Vegas. Hope you guys had a good New Year and a good Christmas or holiday, whatever you guys celebrate. Yeah, I had a really fun last couple weeks. I just have not, like, I've still been buying stuff. I've still been active on Veve. It's just some of the market stuff, especially on Stacker, has been kind of hard to follow. There's like listings. So these are like new listings. Or are these my listings? No, these are someone else's listings. And then sales. Okay, this seems to be like revolve around Omi. So is Stacker no longer about VV gem floors? Because if so, then I don't really see a whole lot of reason to use it. If I had like more Omi, or if I was actually like buying and selling stuff in Omi, I would, but I don't know, that's why I've been kind of going more to, even though there's the weirdest ads on this website, I've been using my NFT tracker a bit more, even though they only update the price like once a day. I have been using this much more frequently to like determine floors and stuff like that. The unfortunate part with this too is, I don't know, I like to use, I would really love to see things be able to get like filtered out. It's the all-time high. Let me flip this. Okay, so there's still a lot of stuff. So these are things at their all-time low, at least according to my NFT tracker. So like right now, apparently the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man is at an all-time low, like of all time. I'm sure it might have been lower, because I don't think the Veve community got access to the Veve API until like late 2021. So pretty much all the price action from like summer 2021 and before, it just doesn't exist on here. So like there's a chance it might have been cheaper back in the day, but you know, it's like as of October of like 3 years ago or 2 years ago, no, 3 years ago, yeah, it's at its all-time low of 15.5 gems. So that's I was just like looking at the lows for things to buy, right? Even Ghost Trap, all-time low, right? Does Ghost Trap and Slimer still work? That was probably one of the first like interactive NFTs that interacted with like another one, right? Or another collectible. D says, picked up some DC pieces that were super cheap in the app. Nice. You're talking about the DC items on Veve? I assume so, and not like candy or something like that. California Comics says, from what collectible brands on Veve, what are you most bullish on, and what brands do you hope arrives? I mean, obviously there's the big three, right? Disney, was it Disney, Marvel, Star Wars? Like those are the big three, I think. Like, I mean, it's all for the most part, one of the same company, but like those are the big three, I think, obviously. DC's huge, of course. Man, there's a lot of brands on Veve. I kind of forgot now. I think we've kind of gotten to the point where I've definitely forgotten like how many brands are on Veve. I remember like late 2021, there was probably like 30 or so, maybe a little bit less. No, probably less than that, like brands. There's some like independent artists and some other stuff too. So now it seems like we have way more than that. I don't know, dude. Like the nerd in me, I would love to see like Warhammer 40K would be awesome. I like Bethesda, like video games. I like D&D. Like I like all that kind of like nerdy stuff. Of course, sports would do super well. You know, I know we have boxing and stuff, but you know, I think people are looking for like football, whether it's American or outside, you know, whether it's a U or double O, baseball, all that kind of stuff, right? So there's still a lot. I do think I think Veve has obviously more stuff in the works. I think they already got stuff planned out years in ahead. But yeah, so Marvel and all that stuff, I think that's where I'm kind of thinking I might need to like restructure my collectibles a little bit. Because there are some things that I bought with the intention of selling like on the way up, like if the market's doing well. And there's some things that I just bought because it kind of looked cool at the time, or maybe just because it was super cheap, or I thought it was cheap at the time. But then when you look back now, it's like, okay, you just have a lot of just stuff, right? So that's kind of where I'm at now. I still like most of this stuff. Like, I still want to keep the hoverboard. And once you kind of start going through everything, I'm like, I want to keep that, I want to keep that. It's kind of hard to sell. And so, I guess part of me thinks it's like better to figure out and sell now than it's only going to get harder later as I buy more things. So, yes, those on Veve. Yeah, there's a lot of good DC stuff. What's like FA Harley Quinn going for now? Okay, there was one point where she was going for like the low 20s. I could have sworn she was at like 23 at some point. But now she's at 28. And then what's my boy Joker doing? Have you guys been collecting anything or having a close eye on stuff? Because I know some collectibles are still pulling back quite a bit, but then some other ones are starting to make their way up. I'm already starting to notice there's already some people, I think, putting their profits from crypto into Veve. There's been some pretty big pumps on Veve for like certain collectibles, and obviously Omi too, right? Whoa, picked up a Captain America SR collectible, mint number 92 yesterday for $350. Dude, that's insane. Which one is that? So it's the Captain America. Let's do collectibles. Oh, you got this one? And it's animated? Let's check the floor. Lowest price. For $350, dude, that is awesome. Did they just like mislist it or something? Did you buy this recently, Pasternak, or is this a while ago? I mean, either way, that's a great buy. And this person named Harry is Ryan, just an absolute wall of 400 gem Captain Americas. Ooh, his profile's private. Okay, I was like, let's look at his profile, see what's going on. Lately, I've been buying some cheap URs. Oh, what's up, Double Quill? You're not straying away from the uncommons. You're just kind of branching out. It seems like. I really like the ultra rares. Some of the rare art is better than the ultra rare, even some of the SR arts. But I do like the URs quite a bit, especially if it's got Nicoletta Baldari. I think she's by far and away my favorite artist on the app. I mean, there's a lot of good ones, but she just happens to be my favorite. Yeah, what are some cheap URs on the app right now? I'll show you guys the rares, or ultra rares. Let's look at comics. In my opinion, Wolverine FA undervalued. Not financial advice. I agree. Also not financial advice, but I was thinking about making a video soon about, in my opinion, like very undervalued, not very undervalued, but like undervalued characters, undervalued like FAs compared to other like FAs on the app. Obviously, there's a lot of things that take into consideration, like how long it's been on the app, because that's going to determine its price, right? Like stuff that got released a few months ago, like Wolverine compared to like Walt. Like Walt's been on the app for like 3 years at this point, so like Wolverine. We'll touch on that topic a little bit later. I kind of look at these UR comics, but you bring up a good point, California. I do think there's some FAs that are undervalued. Still mostly collecting on common comics, but some of the URs have come down so much to be tempting. Yeah, that is a good call. Let's see here. Hold on. Okay, so these are some UR comics at an all-time low. I think this is first appearance of Hawkeye, if I'm not mistaken. At an all-time low, 9 gems. Quite a few mints though, over 1,000 mints. That's one of those early comics that had, I believe, 60,000 mints. Same thing with Green Goblin. This one actually has the most mints of any comic in the app, 70,000. Yeah, it looks like 2,450 URs for Green Goblin. Young Avengers. Yeah, this is if you guys are ever trying to like buy cheap stuff, you know, ultra rare comics, if you're trying to buy cheap common comics, or you know, whatever it is, like if you just go on here and just do difference to all-time low, this will just tell you what's at its all-time low, at least according to NFT tracker. Dude, I love this cover. It's like Captain America versus Wolverine, Vibranium versus Adamantium. Classic. It's a good take on the original cover. Obviously, it's got like more detail and color, but I like it. This one's at an all-time low. Let's see what man, a lot of Captain America like art cover stuff, kind of crazy. This is where it starts getting a little annoying because for certain comics, it's going to be stuck at this like all-time high, all-time low thing. I don't know. I really wish I could filter these comics. If there's like one big piece of feedback I could give, like Veve, or at least the app, like if there's a way to like organize the Veve I know this is not the Veve app, but just in general, it would be nice to categorize the comics by like Gold Age, Silver Age, Modern, you know, even like time ranges, because sometimes when I'm going through on the like Veve website, or especially if I mean, in my opinion, some of these like third-party websites should already have these like types of comics pre-organized. Like you don't have to wait for Veve to like put in their system. I would assume there's a way they can like organize these comics by era. If FA Wolverine was slightly lower editions or dropped during a bull last cycle, it would be considered a grail and far more expensive. I agree. Yeah. Like if Wolverine dropped, let's say like 2 or 3 years ago, first off, the mints would have been higher, right? Just because there was more people on Veve. Mints in general are just kind of a bit higher. Probably would have costed like, how much was it again? Was it 60 gems? Let me just look it up. There's also a lot of other Wolverines too. But I'm trying to remember what he originally cost. 50 gems. Okay. Wolverine on like from 2 or 3 years ago, he probably would have gone for like 60 to 80, because I remember there was a small handful of collectibles that were going for like 80 gems. Yeah, I think, yeah, total editions 3,000 or 3,100. Even though this one has a lot of editions, I still think this one is also undervalued. Joker. I know everyone's all about Todd, and Todd is like a triple FA on Veve, right? It's like first on app, first like superhero, like officially licensed like on blockchain, and first, like there's a lot of them, but I do think Joker's another big one too. He has the same mint, 7,500, but first appearance of arguably the most popular like villain of all time, or fictional villain of all time. And I'm pretty sure most Bat fans would also want a Joker to match with their Batman. And it doesn't even need to be a Todd. Like there could be someone that's like, I can't afford Todd, but let me buy this random Batman and this Joker, like to pair together, right? Like there's Batmans on the app that cost like less than 5 gems that you could get. I don't know. Is there any other collectibles you guys think are under, like FA, kind of overlooked or undervalued? Like another one, in my opinion, is I know we've talked about this one a bunch too. It's like Green Lantern. Yeah, he's like one of the big superheroes on the Justice League. He's not the most popular, you know, he's no Superman or Batman. But 2,400 editions, not like the highest, not the lowest. Cool animation, high detail. You know, he's part of that superhero team. It's just on DC, not Marvel, so you can get that for less than 20 gems right now. Someone just now put up a huge $15 sell wall for FA Wolverine Common Comic. Interesting. Let's look at that. Let's look up Hulk 181. 15 gem sell wall. Interesting. Well, who's that? California Comic. Hey, you gotta pay it. I like sell walls. Some people don't like it. I like sell walls. That means this price is here to stay for a while. And if you want to undercut, you know, go ahead. But if you want to buy it. And I think this is perfectly fine. I encourage it. That was me. Dude, I like sell walls. See, they're all relatively high mints. You know, you don't want to sell any low mints for a low price. Yep. Do you think there's going to be people going out of their way for like sequential mints, even if it's just random numbers? Like if someone has a, like this one. Let me zoom in actually. Whoops, wrong one. All right, that's probably like a 7991. Do you think someone will really go out of their way to go find like a 7990 or like a 92 or something like that? Kind of curious. I remember selling that Green Goblin comic for almost 200 gems. Crazy, right? Yeah, dude, there's some stuff I sold and I'm just like, wow, I'm so glad I sold that. And there's so many things I'm like, why did I hold this for so long? Like, why did I hold this for like an additional year? Hulk and Cyclops FA, super undervalued. All right, let's check out Hulk. Which, speaking of Hulk and all these cool Marvel characters, have any of you guys been playing Marvel Rivals? Free-to-play game. You can do it on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. You probably need like a pretty decent PC to play it, but you could always just play it on low graphics. But I've just been playing some of that recently and I've been having fun. We're just talking about all these characters that are in the game. Okay, so FA Hulk, doesn't he have almost 5,000 editions-ish? Let me look at the details. Okay, 4,444. He has the cool animation where he like slams the ground. I do remember that. 35 gem floor. Yeah, and his box price was 30. How much did he cost? 50? Yeah, his list price was 50. I mean, he's below retail. Yeah, the main thing holding him back is that high mint number. It's Is there a way to see who has the most Hulks? Like, how are people stacking Hulks right now? Is there a way to see that? All right, let me catch up with chat. You guys are getting wild in chat. I like it. California Comics? Yes, sir. Yep. A reason why you put it on there? To buy more, probably. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's also a strategy, too. You know, some people get desperate. They'll list their thing for like 13 gems. You just grab it, relist it for 15. Like, purchase. Yeah, I was going to say, you also probably got like a 10 gem price or 12 or something like that. So just selling to raise gems. Already sold a bunch. Yep. That's a good strategy. It's kind of what I did with the Doctor Strange. I think comics are a bit easier to sell in general. Now, what's Doctor Strange going for right now? Yeah, he's going for $15.50 right now. I remember I bought a bunch of these when these first came out. I'm at 6 right now. I had I think I had like 12 or 15 of these at one point. I've been selling. My average price is anywhere between like 10 to 15. Like, yeah, I paid 10 for this. So like, I've been kind of just like slowly selling these guys off as well, just for some extra gems. Yeah, most of these I bought between like 10 to 15. Like some I got on the drop, and then some I just waited on the market and bought them. People are overlooking this one. I'm like, dude, Doctor Strange is in multiple movies. Major character. Arguably the strongest one in the Avengers. And yeah, people are just like flooring him for like 50% below retail. I was like, all right, I'll buy a few. Yep, nice way to go. Yep, yeah, this is another reason why I want to get more gems, because in order to make gems, you need to have It's kind of like, you know, you need money to make money. It's the same thing here. Like I want to kind of play around with the market. Now there's been some fluctuations, and so it's like, all right, I need to like kind of create some gems if I'm gonna, you know, play this game. You know, so I've like lost faith in the project or the character. It's just like, all right, I'm not in love with this character. I don't think he'll like skyrocket in price, so I'm just gonna sell it. But of course, I play Rivals. Nice. Who's your favorite character? I've only played it for about a week. I've probably put in, I don't know, like 7 hours, so it's like an hour a day. I've kind of put into Marvel Rivals since I've maybe a little bit long, probably like 2 hours. Let's be real. Come on, it's pretty fun. Marvel Rivals is so good. I go Cloak and Dagger. Dude, Cloak and Dagger is cool. It's actually a pretty high like skill ceiling character. You have to know when to like switch to Cloak, or sorry, Dagger. No, Cloak. Dagger's the chick. Switch to Cloak for certain things. I tried watching the old show because of it. Nice. Yeah, I'll have to watch some of these old show characters. Like I've heard of Cloak and Dagger, and I'm kind of aware of their abilities, but not. I haven't read any of the comics or anything like that. Fun to look in my bid history to see the prices of some of the super high prices items sold for like 3 years or 4 years ago. Yeah, it's pretty insane. Some of the prices of stuff I paid for 2 or 3 years ago. I'm looking at stuff and it's like, you paid 800 gems for this. I'm like for example, I'll show you right now. I already know the one. I have no idea why I even bought this. You know, looking in hindsight now. I think it's just the market was just going crazy, and or the market was like going down. Dude, where is it? There he is. So it's not even FA Joker. It's the Dick Sprang Joker, which is still good. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, you paid 800 gems for this. I'm just like, 800 gems now. You can pretty much buy any girl other than like, you know, Todd and not Todd, but other than like Walt and Miles, right? Thanks, California Comics. Nice. Yeah, I do want to kick up my Discord soon, because I do want to start doing like more active trading. I do want to have people kind of start listing stuff on my Discord, stuff they want to sell, or if they want to. I know there's no trading, but it's kind of like, you know, if you can find someone that has something you want, and you're both trying to sell it, you know, you can always find a middle ground. Doctor Strange, what's up, dude? You rang? What's good, dude? What are you stacking or slacking right now? That's the real question. What are you stacking or slacking right now? Appreciate you stopping by. D says, Adro, do you get to change your character, or you got to stick with what you started it with? I'll let Adro explain it. He'll say that. I do Luna Snow all the time. Yeah, we got a lot of supports in here. Usually people are like, oh, I like Spider-Man and what's her name? Like Black Widow, like all the, you know, kind of like high skill cap, irrelevant, you know, assassins or whatever. Me, I like playing Groot a lot. I'm starting to like Magneto a bit. I'm starting to realize his shields are like super OP. And then play a little bit of Wolverine, Punisher. You know, everyone should play a little bit of Punisher just to know how he works. D, you can swap at any time between Cloak and Dagger, then you can swap to any character when you respawn. That is true. Yeah, you can be whoever you want. It's like a 6v6, and when you play, you can just start with bots. That's what I did. Like the first like 2 days, I just played against bots, and I was kind of swapped between characters, just learning like their general moves. And then once you play each character a little bit, there's a couple you'll really like, and that's when if you want to learn, you can look up on YouTube like, you know, simple combos for that character and stuff like that. So we'll have some epic L's. Yep, if you've been around on Veve for longer than like 2 years, like everyone has some like gnarly L's. Yeah, I have some ones worse than that, but that one just kind of stuck out in my head. Just swept up the Secret Wars 8 commons that were under 6 gems. Dude, Adro making moves. First appearance of the black suit Spider-Man, right? If I remember. See, I still remember this stuff, even though I haven't been on Veve in a minute. Yes, sir. Let's see here. Nice. Yeah, I remember these comics. How high did the commons go to at one point? Because these did Secret Wars 8. Whoop. Now I'm just kind of curious. all-time high for see like secret. This hasn't updated yet, so it still says it's like 5.5 gem floor. But so the all-time high, wow, for the common is 25 gems. So all-time high floor was on the 27th. So it's like a little over a month ago. It's kind of getting to the point now where there's a lot of people like hodling comics, or if people are flooring comics, usually it's just sell walls. Yeah, sometimes these prices get pretty erratic because of like delistings or whatever. This is like, I think this is the perfect time where there's like a bit of harmony where like people are like in the early stages of accumulating, but there's also people selling stuff too to kind of get gems ready for, you know, big purchases or drops or whatever they need to do. So like this is actually kind of a fun time in the market, in my opinion. Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, if you just go on YouTube, I mean, you can watch people live stream it. See if you like the game. There is a lot of like stuff, like effects and animations and stuff going on, but you get used to it. Smash the like for vibes. Thanks, Pasternak. I need more FA David Hughes, especially the SR. Yep, that's another big one. David Yu. What's he doing right now? I did not get the blue on the drop. I got the uncommon, but I didn't get the secret rare metallic blue. There might be something with this secret rare. Didn't they say you could like be the character in the game? You can like play as David Hughes, so I wonder if there's like utility or something tied to it. Pasternak says, I think I speak for everyone when I say I love your channel because you're so good at responding to all the comments and involving all of us as we nerd out on collectibles. We love Vibes is live. Dude, I appreciate that. I try to keep up with chat. Like that's the point of a live stream, right? YouTube videos are good for its own thing if I'm just trying to like spew out ideas, but yeah, when I'm live streaming and I'm on coffee and like the ADD's kicking in, I hope you guys are able to keep up with my jumping around and stuff, but you guys seem to not mind. But thanks, Pasternak. Honestly, that means a lot, and Adro, and I'm sure you guys are all happy to be here, and I'm happy you guys are here. So what's next? What was I going to cover? Any other collect? So someone said Hulk. We looked at that one, but someone said another collectible too. Let's see if I can find that comment again. Hulk and Cyclops. Okay, so you said Cyclops. That's another good one. Where's he at? Dude, he pumped up to like 45 or 50 at one point. I remember it was wild. And it makes sense. This is when X-Men 97 and all that stuff was like relatively new, and people were just like overhyped for it. I knew Cyclops was going to do well, but not like 3 times, you know, box price. I don't think he would do that well. So obviously he's pulled back quite a bit, but like the floor is pretty thin. It's like, no, you buy a couple of these and it's already in the 30s. So I think I have one Cyclops. What the? Do I have Cyclops? This thing trolling me? California Comics says ditto that. Yep. Yeah, you should be able to play as the Epico characters plus help burn Omi. Nice. Yeah, so if you want to burn some Omi, plays David Yu. Maybe fight some people. Be fun. Agreed 1000%. Gambit is too low in my opinion. Yeah. All these characters, even the villains. I think people overlook the villains too, but what's Gambit at? Gambit, I think, does have a lowest price. Where's he at right now? 11 gems? Yeah, that's under retail. How many mints does this guy have again? 2200. Okay. Yeah, dude, he's got less. He's got like less mints than Wolverine. You know, some people aren't huge fans of you know, Marvel Mighties, and I get it. There could be some people that are just like, all right, I'm gonna buy one just to stay at the FA and be done with it. Whereas some people like to stack it. So I think Gambit's another good one. Okay, it's like the cheapest two digits, 79. Clear this. Yeah, Gambit's low. Gosh, there was another FA. I was what's Silver Surfer doing? This one is gosh, this one came out. at one of the conventions. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. I think this was San Diego Comic-Con. I think the box price on this was like 60. Yeah. There's just a lot of mints on this one, 6,000, so Silver Surfer. He does look really cool, and I actually do like him. Another, I think, Daredevil. Daredevil's unique because there was a I guess I gotta do it. Is it one word? Daredevil? Okay, I guess it is one word. He's unique because remember there was a burn with him, so he has way less mints. I think I still have my Daredevil, or I might have sold it a little while ago. Yeah, going for 24 gems, but he got burned. Yeah, so like 33 remaining editions, 0 burned editions. So yeah, there's only 2,500 Daredevils. So it's the same levels like Gambit, right? Gambit had like 2,200. This one has a little bit more. California Comics says I have 57 Gambits and I haven't stopped yet. Dude, I love it. Someone's got to do it. How you doing on, I want to ask, logos? X-Men logos. That's another one. I do think X-Men logos are getting slept on too. I know everyone's attention's on Marvel because there's like that group, and you know, typically, if you like X-Men, you also want Marvel too. But yeah, these are getting pretty cheap too. 11 gems. I have 4. Do I have any like low mints? I have like 1 triple digit. How many mints are there? Yeah, less than 2,000. I don't know what, I'm just a big fan of the logos. I might stack a few more of these if they keep getting cheaper. But I do think like X-Men 97 is going to make a lot of new, you know, X-Men fans, and people that like Marvel typically also like X-Men, you know, or some other team, Avengers, Fantastic Four, whatever. So. Let's take a look at, I just saw this Amazing Spider-Man #1 down here in the bottom right. And it kind of made me think, oh, there's a lot of Grail comics down here, just kind of chilling out. Kind of made me think if we could look at the price of some of these old comics that have been out for a while. See what they're doing. Because there was a lot of comics on Veve. I waited like a very long time to buy, like first appearance of Spider-Man, you know, AF-15. I think I waited like a year and a half to buy him because I didn't get it on the drop. And of course my roommate, who was like half awake, got the drop and I didn't. Because that was back then, it was still timing, right? So so he got it on the drop. And then I was like, man, I can't afford it. And I was just, all right, I'll just let it go. And I think I bought it for like 300 or like 280. And obviously it's gone down much lower since then, but all right, so let's do comics. Let's flip the release date and do common. I remember this Loki one had a lot too. Only 40,000. First appearance of Loki. His all-time low was $1.59. Dude, there's a lot of comics hitting all-time lows like a couple months ago. It does seem like November was like kind of the low for a lot of comics. All-time low floor price. Yeah, Fantastic Four #1. This one was going for 7 gems. Now it's going for 9.5, so it's up a bit. Do you guys think there's going to be a burn or anything with these old comics? In my opinion, and obviously I'm nothing to base this off of, I think there's like a 90% chance, unfortunately, nothing happens with these old comics. Unless they can somehow convince Marvel to get these old ones burned and do some crafting mechanic. If Veve can find a way to do it, or convince Marvel, or if it's a tech thing, like, I don't know. If they could do something like that, these things will absolutely explode. Like the second they announce, like, oh, by the way, you can burn old comics to make new ones or craft a new thing. There's got to be some sort of like crafting mechanism for it, but. Do this. I don't know what this is. I'm trying to like close these ads and they're just getting annoying. I try to close one and then just give me another pop-up. Interesting. Okay. Rare Kang at an all-time low. I didn't even look at that. Same thing with the Secret Rare Kang. Is that still the case? Secret Rare Kang at 421? Vendor's 8. Whoops. Do I have to put the pound sign? Can I just do that? All right. I guess it has gotten that cheap. Yeah, I remember for a long time, like, this comic was like the first or second, like, most expensive comic, like, on the app. You know, until like AF15 showed up, and then it was like top 3 or something like that. It kind of it was like top 3. It kind of shuffled around between 2 and 3. But yeah, now it's down to like 421. So many things I can't wait to see in the Veveverse. Q1 is beta launch, I believe. Yeah, that'll be. Is it to the public, or are they just giving more beta keys out to like the community? I'll be honest, I don't really know much about like the timeline for the Veveverse or anything like that. I'm just kind of waiting for them to announce stuff. Like, I'm not putting any timelines out there, but if they did say something about Q1 beta launch, that'd be awesome. Stacked a bunch of FA Bone Claw Wolverine comics. Not many were bought, and won't be long before they burn the supply. That's probably smart. Yeah, like people that are big Wolverine fans or fans of certain characters, they tend to like the, you know, backstory or certain plot lines or certain story arcs. So that'd be a cool one. Is that the one where they, you said FA Bone Claw, so that's the one where you first realized like Wolverine's actual like mutant ability was like regen, and he had like bone claws, and he never had like metal the whole time. The burn would have to give you something cool, but it would benefit stackers and help scarcity for everyone else. Double win. I agree. Yeah, hopefully they can find some way to do it. It just seems like, I'll say it's not going to happen anytime soon. They could figure it out, you know, a few years later, or they could do it soon, but it just feels like if there was a way to do it, I don't know. I'll just kind of drop it. Hamoon says, "Let's go." Sup, bro? What's up, Hamoon? Yeah, it's definitely been a while. We're just kind of hanging out, looking at stuff on the market. Drops, collectibles. I still need to sell more stuff. Doctor Strange. Wow, Maserati M12 for $10.99. Don't mind if I do. I missed the drop. Yeah, I didn't even look at the Maserati prices, to be honest. Let's check them out right now. That's a good point. All right, so right now the Ultra Rare is going for 60. Wow, it's a little bit higher than I thought. I guess it is the highest rarity one. For some reason, I thought people were gonna like floor this like around retail, and I thought everyone's gonna be like going all in on the special editions. But I guess some people don't mind paying extra for the Ultra Rare. Common going for 10 gems. Yeah, it's the MC12. Is that the one you said? M12, yeah. Yeah, jeez. Special edition going for 1100 right now, Floor. A bid going for it. That's another thing too. If you don't want to play the floor game, you know, kind of undercut people and like, well, I have kind of a unique mid number, so it should be like, you know, better than 16 but lower than 6. I don't know if you guys can see that, like these mid numbers on the right. I've only done this a couple times, and so far it's worked out okay, where you just basically put it up for bid, and that way you just guarantee gems. You probably won't get like the best price possible, but you'll definitely be getting at least something for it. You won't have to worry about just constantly selling it. Whoa, Half Moon, dude, thank you so much for the $11.99. Is that euro or pounds? I'm terrible at that. But dude, thank you so much. What are we buying? Like me right now, or are you just asking like in general? Like, what are we buying? Yes, sir, I like it. Dude, thank you, Hammond. What are we buying? I talked about logos earlier. I'm trying to think of like some other things I'm like kind of stacking. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. I'll be honest, like the last couple weeks, I've been kind of like in selling mode a little bit. I've been kind of listing a lot. Let me just show you some of the stuff I've listed. It's not even that many things. Yeah, so I've listed a lot of comics. I might need to relist these. Like the Jurassic Park aids. I was also just kind of flooring stuff that hit their all-time highs, because occasionally, like I'll go on my NFT tracker and I'll just look at what's at an all-time high. Euros spent, yeah. Appreciate it. You're like, typical American, doesn't know anything. You don't know anything outside of this bubble. That's us. I don't know. Did I click on this for some reason? Oh yeah, I was gonna do NFTs, like collectibles, all-time high. Yeah, here we go. So like right now, like Oscar the Grouch is at an all-time high, technically. I gotta skip over all these like artist proofs, or these like one-of-one arts and stuff like that. So like, yeah, there's still a lot of. You kind of want to ignore the stuff that dropped the same day, because of course it's gonna be at an all-time high. But there's still a lot of stuff like Purple Sentinel. I got one of these. I was really contemplating selling one for $330. If there's stuff I don't mind selling and it's at an all-time high, sometimes I'll just list it, just kind of knowing like, all right, price could probably go down, and if it keeps going up and I sold it, like I'm not too upset about it. Got me a white Maserati, dude. I dig it. I should probably buy one. I don't know if it's that cheap. You might as well, but then again, that's the reason I got to like where I'm at now. Like on this, I'm not saying I have like the biggest collection by any means, but you know, if I'm trying to get gems, there's been so many times I'm like, oh, just buy this because it's under 10 gems, it's cheap. But the hearts, yeah, dude. What's a mile? Yeah. What's a mile? Shaking my head. We went from selling collectibles thousands to scrapping gems, yeah, or scraping gems, yeah. Yep, that's how it be though, dude. The market works that way. Strange and mysterious ways. I also stacked a few of these rabbit jukeboxes. How many of these are there? Yeah, I got a bunch of these for like 8 gems. Or not 8 gems, but even less than that. This one I got for 8, but I thought there was one I got for cheaper. I don't know. Long story short, I did hear that, hey, like, these jukeboxes don't just play, you know, just the raw English music. It's like all music, apparently. So, not financial advice, but 1922 Christmas tree. Isn't that the year Christmas was invented? Really? I got that on the drop. I was a little upset it was gold because I feel like I've been in diamond for a while, but I was like, all right, whatever. But is that really the case? Is that it? The first recorded celebration of Christmas is on December 25th, 336 AD. Are you talking about when it was like recognized as a holiday? I'll just put in Christmas 1922 and just see what happens. I'm just Googling it off the side here. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Christmas has been around for a long time. I don't know if it was maybe like formally recognized or something like that, or you know, a national holiday. I don't know, but once people get the big free house money again, it's game time. That's true. Yeah, I mean, and that's the other thing. I do think NFTs will do well, but I think it's going to be towards like the tail end of like the crypto. It's going to be on the latter half of the crypto run, in my opinion. Yeah. Hopefully we get more music and sports. Yeah, music, sports, more nerdy stuff. I'm down for all of it. No cap. Yeah, no cap. How much is the SR Prowler going for? Yeah, he's going, gosh, there was at one point he was going for almost like 200 gems. Now he's down to 95. Honestly, at this point, I think I'm just going to wait like a month. Probably wait for all these market delistings to happen and then list my things. From what I've noticed, is like typically like a month after the drop, right? Like, because people tend to list stuff they're trying to sell like the day after the drop. Usually I'll wait for those like delistings to happen and then I'll list my like collectible. So that's usually when floors get really thin and then people start contemplating either buying or selling it. People need to hodl a bit more. Learn to hodl. I mean, people can do, in my opinion, people can do whatever they want. If you want to sell it because you just want to make gems, or if you want to sell it because you regret the purchase or whatever it is, but certain things, yeah, you do want to hodl, obviously. But if I really took the time, there's probably like 20 collectibles I'm like really married to, and I would not sell just because I spent so much time trying to acquire it. It's like I might as well just hold on to it, kind of thing. Like some of my Jokers, the Todd, like all that kind of stuff. This Penny Black stamp, I did get the SR, and actually that reminds me, I got something to show you guys. Actually finally came in the mail like the other day. I was about to post it on Twitter, but here is the, whoop, it's over here. Here's my like black penny physical stamp. It literally came in like yesterday. Can you guys see that? Oh, let me put it up more. There it is, and then pretty sick. Now I can say I'm a stamp collector. That's like full-blown nerd mode, and I embrace that. So, and there was another thing, actually. Yep. And then I got this one as a gift from a friend. X-Men 97, 9.8. Pretty cool. X-Men 97 #1. 9.8. So yeah, I'm stoked to have this too. Yeah, so I've got some physical stuff too. I'm still buying, I'm still collecting. Still getting stuff. So yeah, I got the Stanley Gibbons. Yeah, I didn't know if there was like a grading. It just says used. Gosh, man, maybe I gotta put a little closer. Autofocus. There it goes. Used SG2. Authenticity guaranteed by Stanley Gibbons. World's first stamp. It does look a little beat up. There's a little Veve logo at the bottom. You can kind of barely see it. The heart. That's the back. I think that I haven't looked at that QR code yet, but I think it's just like a link to like their website or something like that. So got some cool physical stuff too. I just this stamp just kind of reminded me of it. So glad I could share with you guys. I don't know what to do with it. I think I'm just gonna hold on to it, but I will say, like, I mean, I haven't even looked on eBay to see how much they're selling for. It is a unique kind of grading deal, right, with the stamp. So I have Pokemon cards for so long, and if I had just HODL value increases, the same strategy did not work with Veve. Yeah, it's just different markets, different times. Like, there's all still like new technology, new stuff. Like, we're still trying to work out the kinks, and obviously there was a huge injection of gems and scamming and all kinds of and bots and all that kind of crazy stuff that happened like late 2022, late 2021, early 2022. There's a lot of just like fake gems and, you know, injected into the market and stuff. Probably millions, who knows? But you know what I mean? That is honestly part of the risk of being in like in a new project. It's just, you know, weird stuff happens. Like whether it's the community or the devs or the project itself. Like, just that's part of the risk of just being early. It's like stuff happens. People quit. People say stuff that's like crazy on social media. This happens. You know, no more self-custody, at least for now. And this, like, you know, this is part of the risk. So if there's a point you don't like it, you just leave and find another project. So that's been my take. Can you look through season 1 collections maybe? Yeah, I'll do that in a bit. I'll definitely do that. Yeah, I will say, and I'm sure California comics or people that have done any collecting for a long time, it's like there's a certain period of time, like after enough time passes, like people start just like I said, eventually, like right now, people are just thinking like Todd and Superman, like those are the season 1 collectibles. Eventually, it's going to get to the point where it's like, oh, all season 1 collectibles are valuable, not just the kind of handpicked ones. And like it's just enough time is just going to pass. It's just going to exchange hands so many times, and eventually, it's going to get to the point where it's like, even the like Adventure Time stuff is going to be like pretty decently priced, and people are like, well, you got a season 1 collectible. It's like, yeah. How much time is it going to take for it to get to that point? I don't know, but yeah, I'll definitely look at those in a little bit. California Comics says, I need a hodl. I need a hodl less. Teetering on 6,000 comics and collectibles. We'll continue DCA to blur out the older L's. Yep, that's pretty much what I'm doing too. Just kind of selling the stuff I just bought because it was a bull market or whatever, or I'm like, oh, this is cheap, or I thought it was cheap at the time, and then, you know. And some people freak out that, oh my god, you're selling at a loss, but it's like, all right, if I'm selling this and it's worth, X amount of gems, as long as I invest it into something else or a different collectible that I think is going to do better, that's fine. Or you just want to clean up your collection, right? Sup Docta, sup Sven, yes sir. Pwn TV, whatever happened to Disney bringing utility to Golden Moments? I mean, technically they did, right? The Golden Moments initially had the Disney Plus like subscription. Like if you got the normal, I think it was like certain ones had a 3-month. I thought they all had 3-month subscriptions, but like only Walt had a 1-year subscription or something like that. So in a sense, they did have utility, but as for like continual utility or whatever, I'm not even sure how that started. I'm sure that started off as a community thing, or maybe someone on the VV team might have like mentioned it as like an idea, but I don't know. I'm not holding out hope that like my Elsa is going to allow me to get some sort of like unique experience at Disneyland like 15 years from now. Like I'm just kind of just collecting these, in my opinion, because it's like I like the characters. First on blockchain, I do think digital collecting is the future, but to each their own. But I get what you mean. I mean, that's the nice thing I like about Ben Rose is like there's a lot of these like old promises from like 1.5, 2, 3, 4 years ago almost, where kind of BB and just the whole landscape of like digital collect was like very low resolution. It's like maybe we can do this, and like okay, I've seen other people do that, but yeah, I mean everything's different now. So if you're like holding out hope for that, I don't know. That's me personally, I wouldn't. Sub Ham Moon, that stamp flex, yes sir. Yeah, dude, the stamp it's pretty awesome, and it's my highest, my most valuable collectible on the app. Because if I look at my collection, it's like nothing wild. It's not like I have a collectible that's worth like 10 grand or something like that. Sort by highest floor price. Yeah, it's pretty much like my Black Penny, my Todd, and some other things. I've also sold quite a few things into gems too, so like this estimated value has actually gone down. Woo! A gift? Yes, sir. Yeah, got I think you're talking about the X-Men 97 comic. Yep. Just added Rafiki 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta love the Lion King collectibles. Yeah, I've definitely been sleeping on the Lion King collectibles, to be honest. It's just one of those things where I feel like the collection just gets so large where it's just like, all right, I do want Simba and then Rafiki and all these characters. Like, even if you just get a one of, you do that times like 25 brands because you like all these brands and collectibles, and before you know it, you have like a huge collection. Nothing wrong with it, but my whole thing with this is like, eventually I'm going to sell these, right? There might be a handful of collectibles I might like never sell unless it's like the perfect price or something, but I mean, it's not even these collectibles. Hope to get more big name IPs like Magic MSG. Is it Metal Gear Solid? Yeah. Halo, Final Fantasy, Doom, Capcom. Yeah, if we get some more like kind of like video game IPs and stuff. We already have like Assassin's Creed. We have like Monster Hunter. I'm trying to remember some other IPs that are also like video games too. Like Astro Boy. I guess technically there's like Astro Boy games and stuff, but it's yeah, if we can get some more of that, that would be awesome. If we can get like Master Chief, Final Fantasy is huge. It's like the second biggest MMO right now, I think, behind WoW. If you do like Final Fantasy Online. We want fake gems back. Yeah, that would be nice. We want fake gems. We want like 40-cent, 30-cent gems. I don't think, did it ever get that low? Like 30 cents a gem? I do remember 50-cent gems, but I think when it was getting closer to them like getting banned or like they were gonna kind of exclude like trading, like I think it just got so cheap they were just like trying to get rid of it. I bought it and sold high in 2022. Can't believe people actually were paying those crazy prices. Sold R2D2 for 8K. Can't believe it's at 290. Yeah, it's very it's very cheap. So yeah, I remember there was a certain point. I remember when Steamboat Willie, I remember bringing this up to like my other friends and like even a couple people in the different community. I'm like, dude, like Steamboat Willie's at 10 grand gems. I'm like, is there really someone that's gonna jump on the app and drop 10 grand to get Steamboat Willie like right away? You know, even if they were like even if they were wealthy and were like the hugest Disney fans, like, are they really gonna drop just like 10 grand? And that was in the back of my mind for like days, and I kind of ignored it. And then it went down to like 9, then 8, then 7, and it just went down and down and down. But yeah, I mean that's just how everyone learns, whether it's like Veve or crypto. I think that's the big thing too. It's like people don't know when to sell. Like selling is also a huge part of it. If it's part of your strategy, like yeah, it's, you know, you gotta think about it. But if you're just collecting for collecting's sake and you don't need the money, you don't need to sell anything, you're just collecting for the sake of it, and then you're not even thinking about selling until Veve gets huge, like that's fine. But did watch the Mufasa movie. Would love NFTs like in that movie. Would be fire. I haven't seen the Mufasa movie. Is that the like the live action one? I think I saw like an ad of it like somewhat recently. Veve Pooski, what's good vibes? I got Bert 1 2 3 4 on drop. Was a nice snag. Good to see again. Yeah, dude, that's an awesome snag. Are you looking for an Ernie 1 2 3 4? Is that what you're looking for? Or are you trying to find like are you trying to buy the other one, or are you trying to sell the one you have and see if you can like find the other Ernie? Because if you can find the other Ernie person 1 2 3 4, that'd be huge. Either you buy it off them or you sell it, and then even if you buy it, you could sell it as a package deal. Like, I don't know. Fun under the sun. What's good, dude? Thanks for stopping by. Is Hamoon still here, lurking around? I always bought them like for 55 cents, 60 cents. Some guys started to get 40-cent gems and 30-cent gems and ring the alarm. Yeah. Is Maserati SE worth 1K? Thinking about it. Are you thinking about it? Is this the first? This isn't the first Maserati drop, right? Like this is one of many. Let's see. This is the first like This is the first like vehicle special edition. I don't know if people care about that, but it's something to notate because the first two special editions we got were Punisher and Sabretooth, and then didn't we get another drop that had like a special edition? But you're thinking about this one? I'm just not a big car person, so I can't really tell you, dude. Like, if you have all the other grails, like, you know what I'm gonna do. At least maybe I knew. I'm looking at collectibles between $750 and $1,000. I don't think you need to do this comparison like every time, but yeah, there's not a lot here. Up in the world of 700 to like 1200 gem collectibles, there's not a lot up here. It's like thin air. Like SR Luke, SR Wolverine, I'll probably still, in my opinion, I don't know. Wampamus. I've got Bert 456 listed for 22. Hey, it's there if someone wants to check it out. Why is there no SR? Maybe they wait until people collect a set and drop an SR. Dude, that could be it. I want to hold out on that. I feel like it's kind of been a while since a collectible is just done like a straight up airdrop, like meaning like you hold a collectible and then you just get a free NFT, right? Just airdrop into your account. I feel like it's kind of been some time, other than like the Christmas tree, right? But I'm talking about like you own a specific collectible and then you get an airdrop. I feel like it's been a while since that has happened. Yeah, and there's the Maserati up there. I don't do, it's up to you. I mean, the black is sick, and there's only 50 of them. Is that the most scarce car on the app? Because that's another big concern. It's got to be, right? Other than the DB7 from 007. That's the only one that's like more scarce than this. Let me see. So there is that. If you have the other grails, Fun of the Sun, and it's just, you know, you want to be one of, what is it, like 45, or I forgot how many are in circulation. This price, total editions 50, but I thought don't they withhold some of these for the special edition? I thought they withhold some of these, but yeah, I mean, if you want to be one of few to own this, yeah, dude, it's totally up to you. You would definitely be in a unique group or club. And I'm willing to bet if you're in some sort of like car enthusiast like group or club or like on Veve or whatever, like having this other than the DB7, yeah, you would have the most scarce car on the app. Yeah, like this one, the Aston Martin. Or it's the DB5. Why I keep saying 7? I think the 7 is the newer one. Which one? Yeah, there's only 7 of these, and how many are the other ones? Yeah, 507, yeah. Speculation Nation, yeah, let's go. Seeing vehicles in your Veveverse showroom should help. They do look awesome, yeah, I mean... Are we able to see who's been buying them? Let me do this. SR for the secret edition. Is there any info on this? Okay, no one's like stacking it yet. There's not even people with more than 2. Dude, why does this happen? I don't know why it like times out the listing. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know, I might have to use Stacker less. I still can't find a way to show the gem floor price. It shows it in a dollar amount and it shows it in an OMI amount, but I think this is still only looking at like the OMI floors. Well, is there a way to like swap to like gem floor prices on Stacker? Because whenever I'm on this page, like I kind of miss the old page where it had like 24-hour change, 1 month, like 6 month, 1 year. Like that's pretty much all gone now. Sacker's going through an update as it is very buggy right now. Yeah, I thought they were going through an update in like December and I thought they were finished. But I guess this is still... I don't know, because this is only looking at OMI floors, and it's like, all right, unless you're one of like 150 people that are using OMI on the app to like kind of buy stuff, like no one's going to use this. You can see sales under recent activity. Under any collectible, it shows Stacker and cash/gem price. You can see sales under recent activity. So I have to type in a collectible. Let me just look at like... Yeah, it's also just like not loading. Like I click a collectible and it just times out. So I think there's something wrong with the website. So if I click discuss, I'm just gonna click this like random comic. Yeah, it just keeps erroring out. But yeah, I thought recent activity, it showed like recent listings, but it doesn't necessarily like show like floor price or something. I don't know. All right, we're gonna have to put off Stacker World for now. I was also looking it up to see if you know, Fun of the Sun pulled the trigger. We'll see. We will see. There's still a few other collectibles I wanted to sell. I ended up getting stuck with some of these, not stuck, but with these saber-tooth imprisoned predators. Obviously, I was trying to use them to craft. And now they're, yeah, I remember these things were going like for 40. Now they're like, well, they're like less than half now. I do have a cool, like, I will say in a weird way, it's like a golden handcuff situation. Sometimes I like double-digit mints, and then other times I don't, because if I don't have a double, if I have like the normal floor mint, you can floor it and usually get a quick buyer. But like usually when you have double digits, you're always trying to like kind of floor it, but not really. But you're trying to like make sure that other double digits aren't undercutting you, especially if they're like a lower mint. And then it just feels like I'm constantly just like chasing the sale rather than like a floor mint. I could just floor it and just be okay. I don't want to. Do you guys ever have that experience or that feeling whenever you get like kind of a lowish mint and you're like, all right, I want to sell this just because I got lucky, but I'm struggling to sell it or like finding the right price. So, all right, what else do we got on the market? Oh, I forgot about this. I've been meaning to buy this actually for a little while because I do like the X-Men cover. Do I have one of these? I do not. Someone did floor one for relatively cheap price, or at least a decent undercut. I'm just gonna get rid of Stacker. And this. All-time low, 22 gems. All right. It's technically at its all-time low. I'm not too desperate to throw 22 gems at it. I mostly just wanted to see if it was a good price, which it is. I mean, for now. Could get cheaper. All right. Pixel Trader says, pretty good price on Miles Rare right now. All right, yeah, we'll have to check that out. VV Wheel says, what up, G? What's up, VV Wheels? Thanks for stopping by. So we're looking up Miles. You do anything, any good buying or selling going on, BB Wheels? Anything you're looking at? Miles collectible. You said the rare? Is that a good price, Pixel Trader? Let's take a look. I do like the rare Miles, not only because it's just the cheapest, but he actually has like kind of like street clothes on, so I do kind of like that. 215. I could have sworn he was cheaper than that before. Maybe not. Let's take a look. Spell. Let's see what Miles is up to. Let's do collectibles. Yeah, there's like 400 Miles comics, so yeah, his all-time low was 170. Yeah, that would have been a great time to buy. Was he really like 170 for like 2 months, 3 months? Yeah, I do like Miles, and I still need to buy Miles. I just think we have a little bit more time. Plus, I also just need to liquidate other stuff to have enough gems to like buy these things. Lowest Miles rare I got was 180. I think, yeah, that's pretty darn close to the bottom, so that's a great purchase. You probably did that a few months ago. At least that's what the kind of like the chart said on that page. So sets. All right, let's take a look at the collectibles and kind of see what's up and what's down right now. It's kind of hard to do up and down on the comics just because there's so many comics from that like Veve, the Veve comic website, right? Ever since that came out, like the amount of comics we have on the app is just getting like tripled. Let's see. Burn Ernie, still hanging out around here. God, did these go down in price a lot? Yeah, I was topping out like 20 gems. Yeah, this was like during the craft, and of course, yeah, he pulled back quite a bit. So Burn Ernie look like they're hanging out around like 11 to 12 gems. Oh wait, Ernie's higher. Yeah, Ernie's at 18. Anyone know why Ernie is higher? Aren't they same mints? Maybe people just like Ernie more? Alright, anyway. Secret rare. Alright. Release dates. Oh yeah, we're gonna look at this season 1 collectible. Someone wanted to check those out. Wow, Todd up to 450? Yeah, he hasn't gotten... It hasn't really gotten below 400 all that much, even 350. Yeah, he's pretty much holding strong at this like 400 level. Did he really go up to 700 at one point in early December? Huh. I think I bought mine for like 400-ish. Rizzo going for 949. Marceline, Finn Mertens, F.A. Robin. I know some of these are pretty darn close to their all-time low when we were looking at, like Big Barda. Big Barda was always kind of like a weird one, I feel like. She's still above floor price. I mean, she's was released for 50 gems. She does have low mints. But yeah, she's going for 80 right now. What the heck? Am I still live? Am I still live or did the... Okay. For some reason, like my... like YouTube, like streaming thing, just like said I didn't have enough memory and just turned off. It's weird. All right, so my chat reset, so just bear with me now. Actually, I gotta make a new chat. Is this the same thing? Will it show the same thing? Okay, so it's still showing. Okay. VV Wheel says I pretty much have the main things you wanted, not including SR Miles or SR AF15. So right now I'm really more concentrating on building MCP. I'm working on an entry point. That's cool. So yeah, I like to kind of, everyone has like different strategies right now. Like right now I'm kind of in a little bit of a selling like mood right now. I feel like I just need gems to prepare for this like next year for the most part. I'm looking to stack David, Dan, and Eagle collectibles. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I mean, those are FA founders, right? I think I still have Dan and David and Eagle. I don't know. I have to check on those. I did wanted to kind of wait on those because I do think people are going to forget about them after some time, just like literally everything on the app. So I'm kind of waiting for like maybe a grail or two to drop, and then I might circle back around to grab those for cheap. So still live? Okay, cool. Just making sure. It's just kind of strange, like my YouTube thing just like turned off. I just had to refresh it, but all right, let's flip this. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I remember I remember obviously not recommending people, but people would ask me like, oh, what should I buy? I have X amount of gems or whatever. I remember people were like, well, you can get Jason Fabuk and this and that, but yeah, these prices are pretty low. $10. I mean, I think this also just goes to show is that there's so many Batmans on the app that it almost seems like anything outside of this first cluster. I mean, even, you know, Joe Mad, you know, this Batman's below retail. He was selling for 45. Now he's at 33. Something that's like Becky Cloonan thing. You know, they don't have the SC tag, do they? Let me... Joe Mad. Does this have the SC tag? I kind of forgot. First edition, FE, not SE. First edition tag. So this one does have the first edition tag. So this actually does make these pretty unique. Because I don't think any other collectible has the first edition tag, right? Other than like because these are like characters or humans, right? Remember that whole thing with like FA, if it's like an adamant object and a human versus this or that. Remember that whole like FA, and all that like fiasco that happened like a few years ago? I think there's like cars and stuff that have FE, but no like actual characters. So I think that does make it unique, at least a little bit. Penguin, also kind of one of the more unique villains. 3,200 mints, season 1. I do think, you know, given enough time, you know, season 1 collectibles are going to do well, but yeah, there's just so many Batmans. That's why I like Joker. It's like there's only 2 Jokers. There's only one, you know, there's the one FA, has the same amount of mints as Todd, but I'm trying to remember. Someone did like the math. I thought there was like over 100 like something thousand like Batmans, like if you add up Todd and all the other Batman mints, but there's only like, what is there, like 10,000 Jokers? There's like 10 to 12 times more Batmans than there are Jokers on the app. I'm not selling my collectibles for at least until 2029. Wow, that's a long time horizon. It's funny, like a lot of people are saying like, oh, like long term. Like long term even means different for other people. Like in the kind of the investment or like securities like realm, like long term just means over a year because that's just how you're taxed. But for some people, you know, long term is a few months or 6 months. Some people it's years. It just kind of depends. So buying 2 of each has really made it easier for me to let go of a collectible. That is very smart. Because yeah, if you just have one, especially if you have like a very high price collectible, like imagine having, like if I had like an SR Miles, right? That's one of the most expensive ones on the app. It's like, when do you sell it? Yeah, they're so scarce. The sales don't happen too often, and you know you want to feel like you're getting a good deal out of it, but you know it's kind of hard to, you know, sometimes you're hard pressed to like figure out a time to sell it. You don't know if it's the top or the bottom or whatever. But when you only have one, yeah, you're kind of in that pressure. But you have 2, it's like, all right, I can sell one. Mostly just use it for the gems, but yeah, it's a good strategy. Should really start diversifying your NFT projects and join Disney Pinnacle. I probably should. Probably should like span out to Disney Pinnacle. I've been on Candy for a bit, but I will say I did sell quite a bit of stuff on Candy like a year ago. Maybe a little over a year ago at this point. I did sell like a lot of like Grail comics and all that kind of stuff for, you know, hundreds of whatever. So I did pretty well on Candy, and I still have an account. I still have my Cal and a bunch of other comics, and I still very rarely collect on there, but I'm still on Candy. So I'm not familiar with like Disney Pinnacle at all. I do know there's like trading. I'm also on Cryptkins. I haven't heard any updates on like Cryptoys. Yeah, what's going on with Cryptoys? I heard they were like making like a game and stuff, but I just haven't really heard much. I would say in like the last like few months. Usually I kind of hear all that stuff through like Superstar Money, so usually they make a video or talk about it, but I feel like it's been a while. I know you like X-Men. I see the X-Men poster 60 Uncanny Year is, I think, at an all-time low. Yeah, we were just looking at that, Pasternak. Yeah, I was just looking at that. I was like, I've been keeping a close eye on that one for a while. I think it can go lower. Like, I'm not in a rush to buy these things. Right now, I'm more just trying to sell stuff. Way too many mints on older Veve collectibles. Disney Pinnacle Max Mint. Pinnacle Max Mints limited edition to only 333 mints. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that is cool. Way too many mints on older Veve collectibles. Yeah, there is a lot. And there's a lot of stacking going on. So, you know, there's always people like flooring collectibles as they need for gems, right? That's the whole point of stacking. You know that feeling. Yes, I do. It's a tough feeling. That's why if I have one of something, it's just really hard to sell. Unless I'm just, you know, if I don't care about it, I don't care. But like Cryptoys may be close next. Yeah, I haven't heard much from them. Usually with those like that's kind of what I've done. Honestly, like with most projects outside of Veve, the projects I've done the most is when I invest, you know, $100, 50, whatever it is, and just like buy the thing and then just leave it. Like, because what I was gonna do with Cryptoys is I bought the very first drop, like the Star Wars first drop, like the what do they call them? Like cubes? Yeah, the cubes. I bought 10 cubes when they had the BOGO deal. So really I only spent half or whatever. I bought 10 cubes and I just didn't touch the account like forever. I'm like, all right, I'll just sell these cubes later when they go for more. Like at the time, like I just didn't have a lot of time to like research and like look into other projects and stuff. You know, especially nowadays when some projects are kind of getting shaken out right now. So I don't know. I was just kind of curious if you guys have heard anything about Cryptoids and stuff. I like the project and the team seemed cool, and you know the unboxing experience and all that stuff was like super cool. But yeah, hope that ends up panning out for them. BV fans, I have not yet diversified on projects, but I did just start getting into Bitcoin and others on base, and I like it. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I was kind of the same way. I like started with Veve. I wasn't into like crypto at all. I got into like Omi a little bit. Thank God I waited like a super long time to like actually get into it. Because I was almost gonna buy some in like 2021, 2022. But thank God I didn't, because now it's down like I don't know how many multiples from where it's at now. Yeah, that's another thing I've been kind of doing more recently. Is doing a bit more research like into like general crypto. It just didn't seem like there was a whole lot of like market activity or just stuff happening on Veve, but now like it does seem like there's a bit more trading, there's a bit more activity. There are ways to, you know, make some like quick profit or play a drop, like whatever. So it's getting a bit more interesting on Veve, which is why I'm kind of circling back around, selling some stuff, and you know, I do want to be able to flip things. California Comics says, I think the buy one get one free deal hurt Cryptoids. OG adopters got burned. Yeah, I was not a... Yeah, when they came out with that, I'd be surprised if Veve ever came out with a deal like that. But yeah, it stinks. Like people, basically pay double. It's like, oh, if you just waited, you could have got as much BOGOs as you want. If they put like a cap on it, now if they said like, hey, you can do... I forgot how much cubes were. How much were cubes? Were they 20 bucks or 50? I'm trying to remember like how much cubes were. But yeah, if there was like a max amount, it's like, all right, up to 100 bucks, you know, BOGO cubes. Okay, cool. People that are new can still buy in and get a bunch of cubes, but even people that are still on the app, they can at least get double the cubes at that point and unbox them or do whatever. But 40, then 25. Yeah, I thought it was like 50 to 25, but yeah. So if they put a cap on it, I think it would have been fine, and OG users would not have been too upset. And felt like they kind of like wasted a bunch of money up front. But yeah, with the BOGO, the fact that it was like uncapped and people could just buy as many as they wanted, yeah, I could definitely see how that would upset some people, especially if they've dropped hundreds, if not, you know, thousands. Starfire? I feel like I haven't heard anyone talk about Starfire in a while. Is Starfire pretty... I know she's in Teen Titans. She's somewhat prominent in like DC, and she's in different teams and stuff as like a child and then as an adult and all kinds of stuff. Is she popular? Like, I mean, there's 1,000 mints of her, and it's like, is she popular enough to think about? I feel like I just haven't heard the word... I just haven't heard anyone talk about Starfire in a while. And it is a Season 1 collectible, like all these Season 1 collectibles. Big Barda... all these guys. Right. Getting a little laggy here, but let's go back to the market. I appreciate all you guys being here, and I appreciate you guys being active in the chat as well. Or if you're just lurking, you guys are more than happy to just lurk. You find a collectible or something I'm looking up and you find a good price. That's kind of half the point of this channel, to be honest. Like, I just kind of go through stuff on the market and I just remind people of like stuff to buy. Like, when was the last time you guys thought about FA Venom comic, right? I remember this thing was selling for 20... this thing was selling for like 20 gems for like a very long time, I felt like. I felt like it just kind of hung out in that like 20 gem price range for like a long time, and you know, it's been below that point for quite some time. Why does this not have the year on it? All right, 300. Kind of makes me wonder what the all-time low price is for this thing. All-time low was 7 gems. All-time high is 63 gems. Anything like recent? 11 gems at one point. Yeah, for the last 6 months, it's been below 12, 13 gems. Yeah, it's getting pretty darn low. This, and I believe this comic had 10,000 mints because there were 6,000 commons, 2,200 of these. 1,000 of these. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's 10,000 of these FA Venom comics. It's been a while. JKRB, what's up, dude? Hey, Vibes. How you doing? All right. I think this is the first appearance of Thanos. Are a lot of people not really buying Thanos because kind of his like Marvel story arc in the movies is pretty much done, and so it's like, all right, you know, Thanos got as popular as he possibly could, you know, years ago, and like that's it. Is that kind of the feeling around why people aren't really like buying this comic, or is it kind of a different reason? 30,000 mints, that could be another big reason. I remember there was some time where I kind of like stacked these. I thought these would do like decently well. I didn't buy like 50 or anything like that, but I remember buying like 8 to 10 of these at one point. All right, let's check out collectibles. Craven. Oh man, did any of you guys see the Craven movie? I heard it got pretty bad reviews. But that was through Sony, right? It's not like a Marvel Craven thing. I think that was through Sony, right? Cookie Monster. Is that the gold edition? No, it's the normal edition. 18 gems on Cookie Monster. Pretty thin floor. Has anyone really looked into these Pilly Fantasy collectibles? Because, man, dude, these released in like 2022? Or 23, okay. Man, in April, dude, these Pilly Fantasy things are going to be 2 years old on the app. And this is even the second series, too. Where's the first series? Series 2 is the first series. What does it say when these dropped? February 22nd. Yeah, 2022. Wow. So, yeah, coming up in February, 3 years since the first Pilly Fantasies dropped. I do think these will do well once we get more people from, you know, different parts of the world, and, you know, from the East. It's just, these dropped so long ago. It's just kind of interesting how there's a lot of drops on Veve for communities or just like cultures and people that are just like not on the app yet. So I think that's pretty interesting. All right, I should say fans of those IPs are just like, they're not prominent on the app. I guess that's kind of what I want to. Galactus will be huge, literally, when he arrives on Veve as a collectible. Yeah, that would be awesome. They should make him huge. The Fantastic Four 48 and 49 are another 2 undervalued books, in my opinion. Which one are those again? I could probably figure it out, but I'm not too familiar with like the Fantastic Four numbers. Oh, first appearance of the is this Galactus, right? Silver Surfer and Galactus. Wow. Is that a double FA on this one? Is that the case? I thought there was a Galactus and then Silver Surfer later, but I don't know. Yeah, I hope they make Galactus cool. I was pretty let down by Juggernaut and was looking forward to him. Yeah, Juggernaut is, like, I like the detail overall. I'm just a little thrown off by like how small his head is, and I don't know if I'm a huge fan of these like giant platform like environmental things. I do think the rocks being flung up is super cool. It's just, you know, you just can't really do anything else with them. I mean, you could kind of like clip another character or like collect, you know, another character like within that little sign or whatever and pretend like he's smashing them, but behind the scenes, this was actually really cool. The whole behind, I remember watching this. Behind the scenes was really cool. I'm just no, just not the biggest fan of collectibles with a platform that are like attached to it that you can't detach. So it's like first appearance Flash always attached to Batman. I know that was like a battle statue kind of thing, and then this one, and there's a few, and like Rambo. There's a few other ones that just have a platform that, you know, for some people, like they would just be better without it. Same here, man. Yeah, I prefer no weird poses or platforms that remove the room for creativity. I agree. I mean, that's, yeah, I could not have said it better myself, Pixel Trader. It's like exactly how I feel. It's like some parts of it are cool, but it's just very limiting, and then typically you have to do a lot of stuff around it to like make it work within a picture or image. Ayo Vibes, thought on the r/Veve collectibles subreddit. Is that your alt account posting 8,000 FUD videos a day? I knew it. You're trying to push down prices to grow your massive Todd collection. You know it. I didn't even know there was a Veve subreddit. I mean, I should have known. I mean, it makes sense. I just never even thought about looking on Veve subreddit. But yeah, 8,000. I mean, I only post 1,000 FUD videos a day. Not 8,000, but 48 is a Galactus cameo. So which one did I look up? This one, but he's also said 49 too, right? Fantastic Four 49. It's like a continuation story, right? The old Galactus continues. Yeah, there's like the storyline one. Vibes owns all the Todds now, by the way. That's what dude, I would love that. Just slowly just undercut myself on the market with just the sheer amount of Todds I have. Assassin's Creed collectibles are amazing quality. Yeah, there's a lot of very good quality collectibles on the app. The quality has gone up quite a bit for certain collectibles. Sup, Vibes? You have anything you got your eye on besides Veve? I might circle back around and go to Candy, maybe buy some comics off there. Maybe get into like some other NFT projects and stuff like that. Not really, and it's mostly like crypto stuff. I don't know. I don't want to get involved with like too many NFT projects and like so many things, especially since, you know, quite a few of them are kind of getting shut down anyway. So yeah, I'm just like, you know, if you feel like you're on the best platform and you feel like there's a couple other interesting ones that kind of share similar, you know, values, or just like, you know, similar digital collecting experience or whatever, like, yeah, you can go for it. But not so much. I mean, I'm not against it. I mean, if there's another cool project out there, but most of them, like, honestly, so far the projects I've done the best on are the ones I just put money in, and I honestly just treat it as another way to just get more. That's what I did with like HRO. I made a lot on HRO. Cash out of that one pretty much somewhat quickly. There was another one too, like Warner Brothers. I don't know if you guys remember. Gosh, you guys remember the Warner Brothers drop or NFT project? Let's see if I can pull it up. Let me catch up with chat. Hey Moon, don't go to sub. A greater hive of scum has been villainy there. Yeah, I don't even bother. Venom Lethal Protector is fire. Yeah, I do need to get Lethal Protector. Sup D. The Bambi drop was cool to have the collectible as well as the. Yeah, I think they should do more of that. Like, have the bases like separate from the collectible. I definitely agree with that. Let's go. Only thing I bought on Veve in the last month was the Disney comic Back to Bear Mountain SR for 50 gems. First appearance of McScrooge Duck. Only 77 editions. Man, I didn't even look into that. That's a good call right there. Okay, do you guys remember this? I have to actually, like... You guys remember this platform? Lord of the Rings, Superman, Flash. Yeah, I cashed out of this one. Is anything happening with this platform? I think I've already cashed out of this platform. I mostly got into it for the Lord of the Rings. God, this one's sold out. Listings. Recently listed. Price low. Yeah. Gosh, there's so many of these listed. Yeah. So what's the name of this? Lowest price. The lowest price of these is 95, but this is like USD or whatever. So $100 is like the lowest price for these. All right, let me catch up with chat. I like the janky old collectibles. They have charm, especially Electra. She's so dreamy. That is true. I mean, that's how it is for a lot of, when I used to play like Team Fortress 2, the old collectibles, I mean, the effects were still cool, but like the hats themselves were like very simplistic compared to like newer hats and some of the effects and stuff, but it's like, you know, it's classic. So I do think having old school, kind of like less detailed, static like statues, people still like those things, right? Or at least I think people still like them. I get it. I started getting into BTC ordinals. Yeah, I probably should get into that. I did have a friend that was getting into those, but it was just like too many steps to get involved, and I was busy at the time, and it's kind of hard to like maintain balance with so many projects. Is like on a given whim, there's an airdrop, there's a whitelist, there's another thing happening, and oh my god, you need to get your stuff off of this platform before this shuts down, and you know, this developer saying crazy stuff on social media, and like I can't like get into like too many platforms or like NFT projects, because I just feel like it's just like too much to keep up with personally. Faster bedtime. Wasn't it Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings drop of the warning? Yeah, it's the Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I saw it and only had the flash. Yeah. I don't sleep, especially during a vibe stream. He's my boy. Let's go. Lord of the Rings, that looks awesome. Yeah, it does look pretty cool. They just haven't done anything with like the project since then. Because originally you were supposed to like buy this, and you were supposed to get some sort of like interesting like viewing experience with it. Full-length feature extended film in 4K. No, that's not it. It's like this one, full-length feature film in 4K, over 8 hours of special features plus commentaries, image gallery. Like, I hate to say it, but this kind of feels like a glorified like DVD extended edition for $100, like in a way. They kind of claim they wanted to have like utility, or you could like whoa, or you could like collect like other NFTs. You could get like Sting's like sword, right? Sting is like the blade that Bilbo had and then gave it to Frodo. It's the one that glows blue when there's like orcs nearby. Those things were like kind of in there, but like it never got unlocked, and I held this thing for like a year and like nothing happened. So I was like, dude, I'm just getting rid of this. I'm like, I've held this thing for like over a year, nothing's happening. Maybe some things have changed, but as far as I know, I don't know. But if you want to check it out, yeah, and if you got some extra, you know, if you want to get into another project with some cool IPs, this is a cool one. But I just kind of backed out because there's like no updates, nothing happening. So thought I'd just randomly mention that one now that we're talking about like other projects. Candy, a play in doing there is buying bat cows under $100 each and waiting to sell them after FA Superman comic announcement. FA Superman. Oh yeah, you're right. I was gonna say like we have Superman 1, which is his first like ongoing series, or the first like series in his name. It's also, I think, the first superhero to have like a named comic after the superhero itself. So yeah, when that one gets announced, yeah, that one's gonna be insane. But we'll see what happens. I do need to circle back around and get, because I do like comics. I do like DC stuff. And I did sell quite a few grails on there. I think I did have like FA Flash and a lot of other good stuff there. So yeah, I'll have to check it out. Did you get the newest Cal 3.0? I don't know. Yeah. I just, let me see, candy. Have me signed in. Yeah, it's like, this is what I got on candy, like, so far. I did sell a lot of stuff. Yeah. It's just funny when I haven't paid attention to a platform in a long time and people are like, oh, did you hear about this thing? I'm like, I don't know. My collection. Newest Cal 3.0. Is it this one? This is like the free one that everyone got. Cal 1.1, the legacy one. I got this one for free. Apparently there's also like a lot of like crafting events that I missed out on. Like this like overdrive cell and some other stuff I haven't used. I don't even think I can sell those. I did get the new Flash comics, this like bundle thing, but I've kind of gotten into like just not opening it. I'm just kind of selling the pack or whatever it's called. Got a few Batman Beyonds. I used to have like way more comics. I had FAs of pretty much most of the characters. Most of the stuff left behind is either stuff I couldn't sell or I like kind of wanted to keep. This is still my Batcal. I like the look of this one. I remember I tried to sell this one for a while and just couldn't find a good price. Hey fam, what's up, dude? Is it Rican? Did I say it? DC 27 and AC1 will be worth picking up a Cal. Will be worth picking up a Cal, just saying. Yeah, I think so too. I don't know, do you think people are going to jump in and buy Cals alongside the comic? We'll see. How much are Cals going for right now? I have to change the filters, collection. Oh my god. Is there a way I can just find the Cal? Product hype. Collectible. The Batcal collection? Okay, this is it. New to old. Price low to high. Okay, so 105 is the cheapest Cal. Can I zoom in more on this? There we go. 105, yeah, Cals have gone down a lot. Because how much was it originally? 300, right? Per Cal, so people are selling these for like a third of the price. Yeah, possibly. They just need to start giving utility to Cals, outside of just holding. I will say, like, the first like 6 to 9 months of being on like the Batcal, you know, back when it was Palm, it was a lot of fun. You were getting airdrop stuff. You were kind of getting invited to like an event to like do some thing or whatever on Discord and all that. It was a lot of fun, but I think part of it is just I paid less attention to the project, and I think too, just like less is going on. So yeah, so the Cals are pretty cheap right now. There's quite a few for under 120, 125, like 7 or 8 of them. What about... I kind of forgot the first appearance of like most of the characters. Let's fucking go, dude! Been a while since you guys seen each other? Astronaut, you need the original Batcals to be eligible for early access on comic drops. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Alright, that makes sense. Early access whitelist is the main reason those books will be scooped up fast. I agree. Yeah, very quickly. Does that trick still work? You can just open up like 45 tabs and like get on the wait list and just pick the one that gets there the fastest. Is that still a thing? Like, do they still do wait lists and stuff? Okay, so these are all the packs that I have. So I still have 2 Batman Beyond packs, Wonder Woman, Brave and the Bold. So these are all packs that I haven't even opened. I do think, I don't know. I do think there's going to be a market for packs. People that are hardcore collectors, I think they're going to want, like if you wanted like a whole set, right? Like common, or what's it called? The core up to SR, or in this case it's called like legendary. arguably owning a pack is also a part of the set. So it's like, you know, you get the core, the epic, the legendary, whatever other rarities are in between, and then, you know, the pack too, arguably. Dude, I would love it if Veve would let people like sell the packs instead of like opening them, kind of thing. Drops 20. Atom projects. Okay, a lot of these just seem like drops that haven't sold out. Drop ends in 360 days. Okay. Yeah, a lot of these drops are going to be in the market for, not in the market, but in the store for like over a year. Tabgate went out with the candy migration. Ooh, okay, interesting. Yeah, I'll be honest, I think I did play... I mean, I did this drop. I kind of forgot how I did it. But when I did this drop, like the Flash comic, like pack, I did that not long ago. That was like last week. Or like earlier this week, right? But that didn't drop yesterday. Original print date. Did it print yesterday? No way. Obviously, I'm a Veve fan, but they could really make their buying experience much sexier. I agree. Yeah, the Veve, it could use more. I don't know. And the app it doesn't seem like a web app. It just seems like a website that just kind of got like imprinted onto like a Veve on like the app. Yeah, I still like Veve a lot, but just the general navigation, especially on the website, can be a little difficult. You know, always having to sort by lowest listing, having the floor price, even show if there's like a bid. So if someone puts a bid here for like 5 gems on this Maserati, it's gonna say the floor price is 5 gems instead of removing it. That part's also like a little annoying. Do you guys think it's worthwhile like filtering searches down to like certain like rarities? I don't know, it might be a little bit too much. I mean, more filtering options or more search options is always better, but it's like Amazing Spider-Man. It's like buy, click, buy. Yeah, I do think this whole like buying experience thing, so if you click buy here, like confirm to purchase, you click it, and there's a little like, yay, like a little animation that plays, but nothing like Cryptoys or, I don't know, even Candy's like isn't that great, but there's definitely more interaction, and there's like multiple stages, and it's kind of exciting to know, like, you know, you get the drop and you don't know what it's going to be till later. I guess they already had that with like the blind box format on Veve, but yeah, overall it could, you know, I don't know in what way, but I agree. It could be a little bit sexier. I'm hoping they make the comic images bigger soon. They are too small. Can't enjoy the covers. That's true. Are you talking about like on the Veveverse, like AR, or are you talking about just like in general on the app? I'm pulling up the app right now on my phone. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the comic images are really small. It's kind of hard to see, obviously, from here, but yeah, the comic images are... I know they don't... You guys can't even... I'm not even gonna... Let's see. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like the comic image versus like the... Yeah, the comic image is pretty small. I don't know if it's because they don't want that little tab that tells you like how many are on the market to like cover part of it up, but I think it's fine. Yeah, and I do kind of like the background on these a bit more. So if I go to collectibles, or I'm on collectibles, I guess. That's the same thing. Yeah. Do you plan to do more Veve streams on a frequent basis? I would say so. Mostly weekends. I might do some like during the week. work is like finally slowed down now that like end of year is over, and I know tax season's kind of coming up around the corner, but the next few weeks or like a couple months should be like relatively chill for me. So I should be able to do like more VB content, live stream, stuff like that. I don't know, I haven't really found like not like a niche, but like a foothold like within the, I know I can talk about market stuff most of the day, but you know, there's only so much to talk about, and some days there's just not a lot of market movement, there's not a lot of good buys or sales going on. So do want to branch out with like other stuff occasionally, but probably will call it pretty soon. We've been streaming for a little over almost 2 hours now. It does go by like very quickly when you're live streaming and reading chat, keeping up with people, but yeah, as for live market, pursuing the niche as I don't see many others doing it. Yeah, I mean, there's a chance. I mean, I kind of did it earlier, right? You guys kind of saw me like jumping around when I'll see a collectible. I'm like, oh, do I want to buy that? I kind of flip around to see if it's like at an all-time low, or if I feel like, you know, it's a decent buy. Like, I guess I could do more stuff like that. I'm just not like buying anything right now. Right now, I'm kind of more of in a selling mood. As you guys saw earlier, I already had like quite a few listings up on the market. I'll probably put up more. I might just double this amount. And most of these, honestly, I just kind of put up because it was at like an all-time high recently, and I just kind of wanted to see if it would just sell, and then maybe I can rebuy it later, or I'll just take the gems. Yeah, like active, it's like, I'll say like Veve's still like very early, right? Like the same type of trading is not happening right now like it did 3 years ago. I don't know if you guys remember, like end of 2021, early 2022 is like when you went to the market, and you like went to this page, right? It would tell you like all the things that were at the top. Like you could refresh this every 30 seconds to a minute. It would be all new, like there's so many people listing stuff, and so much buying and selling happening. That's where it can get a bit more exciting. I mean, you can still make gems doing this, but true, not much content for watching the market. Yeah, at least like just the market, right? What happened to this collectible? FA Mysterio for 25. The ultra rare is not terrible, but I don't know what happens. Like the smoke animation looks a little. Maybe it just looks different on like a gray background versus a black background. Because I remember like the old VV platform. If you guys remember, it was like a black background, but it was like gray or something. I'm trying to remember what it was, but 2025 should bring a lot more activity. Yeah, I agree. So that's where it can start getting like really interesting. Right now it's kind of like buy and wait, right? Like that's what California Comics did. That's what I did. Like with certain ones, you just kind of just stack something when you think it's cheap. You sell it like 1 to 2 to 3, 5, 6 months later for a short profit, and then you just buy something else, or you just kind of wait for like a grail drop to happen to afford it. A lot of the time what I'll do is like I'll wait for a grail drop to buy something else. So if I'm trying to buy, like right now I'm trying to buy Superman, to be honest. I'm like desperate to get him, but he's just a collectible I don't have yet. He's pretty low right now. I think he's low 200s, right? Low price. He's at 250. Okay, he's gone up a bit, but now I might wait a while and see if a couple grails drop, and then if this pulls back to like low 200s or high, 180 or whatever, I might pull the trigger. I try to buy things that people aren't paying attention to, or people are looking at the new shiny thing and I just buy something else. Fartsterion? Is that a word? Fartsterion? So yeah, like just doing active market trading is, yeah, I mean, there might be stints where I just kind of like, I might show you guys the things I'm listing and the things I'm selling or buying. But yeah, trying to do that for like 2 hours straight, there's not enough activity or money in VV to do like that type of training by any means. But cool. All right, yeah, you guys want to know anything else before I kind of jump off There's a small chance I might upload a video like later today or tomorrow. I don't even know what I'm gonna talk about. But if there's any topics you guys are curious about or whatever, let me know. Yeah, so like we're still on this page. Remember where I said like refreshing and like you get a bunch of new collectibles? Like, yeah, only like a couple new collectibles have gotten listed since we last refreshed. Where like back in 2021, like every 30 seconds to a minute, it was just a whole new wall of just collectibles and comics that people were just selling and buying constantly. What's up with the roof of this one? The hood. Is this the rare? Oh, okay. Like the front of the vehicle just like looked weird at first, but love these streams. Thanks, Adro. Appreciate it. Just good to see you back, bro. Quality content. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah. Yeah, it's mostly just hanging out. I don't know. Like no one's really talking about the market. You know, people are talking about kind of like big picture things and stuff like that, but it's like, let's be honest, there's not a ton of stuff to do on the app. The market is like the biggest thing, right? You can do AR, you can do a lot of other stuff, but as of right now, like market is kind of the most interesting thing, at least to me. So, and by the way, buy $15 wall on Hulk 181 has already sold. Really? Unfortunately, I can't look it up because Stacker's still messed up, but was it bought? Oh, wow. Yeah, someone did buy it all. Congrats, dude. That's awesome. That is so nice. You can, like, if you buy stuff cheap enough, you just relist it again for... All right, so there's a couple hyper low mints on the app right now for ridiculously low prices. There are items more scarce than Donnie for less than $100. Like, which collectible? Are you talking about hyper low mints on the app right now? I don't think there's a way we can format. I can organize it by market listings, but I can't organize it by like scarcity, unfortunately, on here. Maybe we'll try market listings. It's probably not going to give us a good indication of like what's scarce, but let's flip this. Yeah, there's going to be a bajillion one-of-ones here. Just jump ahead a few pages. No. Back a page? Yeah, still more posters. Mountain of Greed. That's one thing I do regret. I was pretty active with the whole Fish thing like last year and the year before. This year I just didn't pay attention to the Fish thing, and it seems like it paid off pretty darn well for people that were active like in that Fish project like a few weeks ago or a month ago. It's like 30-ish and they all went. Was it pretty quick? Like was it one person buying them all, or was it like a handful of people buying them? California, I'm just curious. Thinking about that Creepy Show SR specifically. Sup, BB fam. What's up, C29? Rome? I'm thinking about that Creepy Show SR personally. Which one is that? That one released recently? Just got creepy. I don't know enough about these Creepy Show. Is that all one word? I just do show? Power Pearls want to show. Is it on Creepy Show SR specifically? Why can't I find it? Is there a drop on BB called Creepy Show or something? It sounds familiar. I thought it was like a comic or something like that. I can't find it. People are battling for #1 stack of Hulk 181 check Stacker. Yeah, Stacker's not working. I actually removed it. I mean, I'll try and look it up. All right, so like this is the home page, and then Hulk 181 common. All right, I'm clicking on it. It doesn't show listings, recent activity, or analytics. That's nice. Or actually, analytics it does show. Here's this Cublant guy. User not found. It's fine. fine. Recent activity. It doesn't say anything for like recent activity. I think it's because it's my recent activity. I think that's how it does it. Yeah, this Q-Ban LQ or LT guy just bought all of them. Pixel Trader, I see you. I see you, Pixel Trader. 2 people, both are serious collectors, both good guys. I don't know about Q-Ban, but Pixel Trader, he's hanging out in here. Oh yeah, there it is. Just creep show, not creepy. Ah, my bad. People are battling for #1 stack. Let me go back to that really quick. Veve West, top. Q-Ban LQ, yeah, he's up, he's getting close. He's second from the top. He's got a 170, or no, sorry, 117. Sleeping Comics is at 40. I'm sure Pixel Trader's at 39, right behind Sleeping. One of them is Certain Pixel Trader. Yeah, we just found him. Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. What's up, Delco? Is Larry, good guy. I don't know who. I've probably seen him before. I'll admit, there's a lot of like awesome people in the Veve community I've like never met or heard of. Close race between Wes and Larry. So who? Have I met Larry? If you guys know Larry, let him know I said what's up. Yeah. Once the Veveverse launches, I'm excited, man. If we can all hang out in the Veveverse, if it's going to be anything like I think it could be like with Team Fortress 2, I do want to have like trading servers or like a place where people can like trade, you know, talk about deals and all that kind of stuff. That'd be fun. Because there's going to be a hangout. Like there's going to be a handful of places where people like actively trade or hang out, talk about buying and selling stuff. And yeah, maybe I'll talk about it like in a different stream, but if we do get trading back, it'll be pretty crazy. If we get trading back, that opens up a whole nother avenue of transactions and trading and all kinds of stuff, obviously. So, but no, that's awesome. So yeah, you and Larry battling it out. Yeah, Larry's not far behind from Wes. So Creep Show, so you said the SR. Creep Show. Creep Show SR. There's Creep Show Tombstone and there's Creep Show Graveyard. I'm assuming it's this one. Yeah, I don't know what Creep Show is, to be honest. Oh, the iconic Creepy Show cover art created by the horror artist Skitter. Okay, it's kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, if you want it, go for it, dude. I will say, like, in general, like, anything outside of the typical, like, all right, Disney, Marvel, all that stuff, like, I mean, it's like, if you like the thing, like, go for it. I mean, even I bought stuff that's, like, not the usual stuff, and I'll probably hold for a long time, like this one. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe I need to go down further. Like this one. I don't know what it is. I love the Necronomicon. Like, this and the Book of the Dead and all this. It's just referencing a lot of just like fantasy, sci-fi, like all kinds of stuff. Like, just this book is just super interesting, and I just like it. So like, it's not Marvel, it's not Disney. Like, I don't, you know, care. I just think it's super cool. Plus, the animation's kind of cool when it like opens and stuff. Is this a season 2? This is season 2 collectibles. It's still early. And also, the other thing I like about this IP is that it's discontinued, right? We're not going to get any more Chaosium or whatever it is. Now, it's not the most popular thing. I do like Cthulhu, but I just like the book. So, I don't know. If you guys see something you like, You ask me if I should, like, I don't know. If I like it, I'll say yes, but you know, everyone's a little different. Let's see. Hope the music's not too loud. I don't know why this song is. I don't really like this playlist. Like, some songs are quiet, some are super loud, but. I hit that on the Lambo Mura drop. Got the SR Verde less than 200 editions. I was pretty happy. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Nice. Congrats. Yeah. Some of the Lambo, dude. Some people love the Lambos. Jeez. Some people love the Lambos. I'm just not a huge car person. I never was. Nothing against it. You know, same thing with like sneakers and all that stuff. Like, I know there's a huge a community out there for it, but you know, it'd be sick. What if we get like sneakers or like wearable things, you know, get like Nike shoes or air, you know, I don't know. What are popular shoes that people want to wear in like the Veve verse? Ooh, if Back to the Future had those little pump up shoes, right? That would be sick. Attach them to like your avatar. Excited for the referral program vibes. You should get access to it. Yeah, I'll have to reach it. Did they just release it? I mean, I'll be honest. I've been very infrequent, like making content the last like 6 months, a year. So I don't know if there was something I had to apply for, or reach out to someone. Like, I'll do it. But it was an old comic book back in the day, like Tales from the Crypt. The movie is more popular though. It's from the 80s. You should check it out. It's great. All right, yeah, I'll check it out. It kind of gives me like goosebumps slash like those kind of vibes, right? That's kind of what I get, just like creepy stories. Music works well, very atmospheric. Thanks. It was just for whatever reason, like that other song was like getting kind of loud. All right. Cool. Yeah. Let's see. Cool. All right. I think that's all I got for you guys today. I got some other stuff to do. But yeah, I might release a video. I'll probably do a live stream tomorrow. I mean, I don't have much else going on tomorrow. Is there a drop tomorrow? Is there anything going on tomorrow? There's this like a Wolverine comic. Is that tomorrow? No, that's on like Tuesday. Is there anything impressive about this comic? He's back, bub. Wolverine's triumphant return from the land of the dead. All right, kind of cool. Yeah, no drops this weekend, or no more drops here in the near future. Thanks for the stream. Thanks, Pixel Trader. Thanks for doing that, and congrats on your Hulk 181 purchases. I didn't realize it was that far below, you know, kind of like the floor price. So, congrats to everyone involved. So, thanks for hanging out, guys. See you guys tomorrow. And take care, and please double and triple check all of your listings so you don't screw yourself over.